Call.
In for Sheriff Charles Avery.
Mike Sullivan for Rick Warren. Cody Compton for Commissioner Bloomer.
Brian Munn.
Christy Treadway Miller for Butch Freeman. Taylor Broyles for District 3.
Larry Stein, County Assessor.
Notice was properly posted on June 5th. And Avery, would you like to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Sure.
Okay.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, sir. Is there a motion to approve the minutes of May 23?
Unless there are any changes, I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Sorry,
Hi, that's
I
okay.
thought you weren't. Do we need to change, Sharon? Okay, very good. Number 2 is the consent docket single item. And so is there any individual consideration? Not?
I'll move our consent docket.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Number 3 is the public hearing for our annual budget.
Move we open the public hearing.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any citizens who've come here to speak about it, or are there any board comments? Hearing none, is there a motion to close the public hearing?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye. Item 5 is the annual budget.
Motion to approve the fiscal year 24-25 budget in $125,501,424. General fund.
Second.
Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 Item 6. Mr. McClung, is that what you're here for?
Yeah, so basically we just need some extra funds because a lot of our funds right now have been obligated to roads and bridges for the rest of the year. So we just need some extra funds to finish out some of our projects.
I know our office had the same question.
Could you put your microphone a little bit closer to you? I can't hear you.
Sorry. I know
Thank
our office had some questions on this item back when it was on the agenda on May 16th, having to do with using general fund dollars for clearly purchases that can be made out of highway cash, the $148,879 for the 2 truck beds.
Basically, we had some last minute projects that came up that took a lot of our funds from the highway cash fund. So we just, like I said, need some extra dollars. If you want to elaborate on that, Mr. Chairman, if you wouldn't mind if our superintendent could.
Sure.
Sure. We did a couple of projects, Cameron Park, which was a park for over at for Oklahoma City. It was about $150,000 project that took some of our funds. We actually completed a project out on County Line Road that we're doing 100%. That next year Piedmont is going to do another mile 100%. So that should have been a 50-50. We have some truck beds that we're purchasing that were $150,000 that were on back order since last year that we had to come up with the money for. We have done a Kelvar asphalt project out on Waterloo. That took an extra $150,000, but we hope that lasts for a lot longer period of time rather than the standard asphalt that we've been using. And then we've done 2 miles of Logan County roads where we paid 75%, and they only paid 25%, but they were areas that had safety issues, so we got those done. And then, kind of last, but we got notice not too long ago that we're going to have to come up with about $300,000 worth of funds for a bridge that nobody else could fund, that came within the last month that we weren't anticipating. So those kind of ate into our, our funds, our plans that we had. So that's why we're doing this.
Taylor, I know you're just the messenger, but I think I had this similar concerns as the treasurer's office. I would be willing and interested in funding the UCO portion of this, but not the portion for the 2 dump truck beds. I don't know if anyone else would be supportive of that, but I think that's something that I would be interested in.
I can say that that's my instructions for Mr. Warren. We spoke this morning. He's not comfortable using general fund dollars on the dump truck beds, but is totally supportive of the projects.
That would be Marissa's.
Excuse me, just one other thing is we also got notified, and I think you other commissioners did too, that funds are going to be short the next 2 months. And so, we're trying to save as much as we can to accommodate those next 2 months. Because we don't know what we're going to get. It's not going to be normal.
What's your reserve now?
I think we have about not quite $1 million, about $900,000. I think.
In what? In
And
highway?
that's in M&O. And we have about 100,000 in our capital, and that's why we need some of the money for the truck.
How are these beds usually and typically paid for through a county commissioner's budget?
We pay for them whenever we receive them.
From which account?
That's from our capital account.
But in the highway fund?
Yes, it's all.
I think that's what he's
It's all,
asking.
it's all highway funds. We don't get any other funds other than the highway funds.
Well, except in this request, that's what it's suggesting. I think
Right.
that's your point, isn't it, Assessor?
Yes.
That you're- So you made a motion, or is that, no?
I'll move that we approve, let me make sure I read this correctly. Transfer general fund appropriations for District 3 in the amount not to exceed 130 and 84. So the 66,854 is the portion that's going towards 66,854.18 is going to M&O. That's for the UCO projects. Is that correct?
Correct.
And then 148 is your request. 148,000 is your request to go to dump
148,000
trucks.
is what the 2 trucks cost.
Okay. Okay.
Correct.
I'll move that we approve the transfer totaling $66,854.18 going to M&O.
I'll second.
All right, any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any other discussion on this item? Taylor, are you caring to make a motion?
I think we're good with that. We're good
Okay.
with that?
Moving on, is there any citizens to speak, just in general? Board comments, Sheriff?
Nothing, thank you.
Nothing.
It is Flag Day. And
Today?
I think we ought to honor that
Okay.
with knowing that it is Flag Day. I was over at the Benevolent Protective Order of the Elks in Midwest City last Sunday, and we retired some flags in honor of Flag Day. It was approved in 1777. Also, today's birthday for the United States Army that was created in 1775. And it's also Donald Trump's birthday. And also I've presented to you an abstract, which will show you where our money is and where it goes. It's a requirement of statute, and I always like to have fun with abstract paintings to get your attention. If you have any questions, please call me. And finally, Father's Day is coming up. To all the fathers out there and the mothers that made it possible, congratulations. Have a great day.
All right, is there a motion to adjourn?
Move to
moved.
adjourn.
All in
Second.
favor, say aye.
Aye.
Did no one second? I got it.
Moved and I seconded it, whichever way. Hey Jennifer, how are you? Wonderful.